Today, I want to share with you all an exciting sci-fi action flick starring the stunning Charlize Theron, The Old Guard. As the story kicks off, we meet our heroine Andy, the leader of a four-person mercenary squad. One day, they take on a mission from a client to rescue a hostage. With time running short, the team rushes to the target location. After swiftly taking out a few guards, they burst into the basement where the hostage is being held, only to find it completely empty. Confused and caught off guard, the room suddenly floods with light as a dozen mercenaries rush in, riddling the four with bullets. Wait, has the director lost his mind, killing off the main characters right from the start? Don't worry, the movie's just getting started. Within seconds, the four protagonists expel the bullets from their bodies, completely healed. Before their enemies can even react, they charge forward and turn the tables. By now, you've probably figured out that this isn't your average action movie, it's got a heavy dose of sci-fi mixed in. Turns out, our leading ladies are immortal. Unfortunately, their luck doesn't last long. Security cameras on the wall have captured everything. On the other side of the lens, their employer stares at the screen in horror. To tie up loose ends, the four decide to take out their employer. After this ordeal, Andy's feeling a bit burnt out and plans to disband the team after this job, letting everyone go their separate ways. After all, with immortality, isn't it better to just live a normal life? Why bother saving people? Meanwhile, in Afghanistan, a US Marine named Nile is unexpectedly killed by a slit throat during a mission. But moments later, she's back up, her neck completely healed without even a scar. Her comrades stare at her in shock, and her superiors order her to the lab for a physical examination. At the same time, our heroines have a dream about Nile. Turns out, whenever a new member gains immortality, the veterans all dream about them. Although their top priority is to take out their employer, they can't just stand by and watch Nile get captured. Andy has no choice but to head to Afghanistan to rescue Nile first. Just as she's knocked out Nile's comrades and taken her away, Nile jumps out of the car and makes her run for it halfway through the journey. Without hesitation, Andy puts a bullet in her head, and Nile comes back to life. Thinking it's all a dream, Nile stabs Andy in the shoulder, but the wound heals instantly. Andy says, "If you want answers, come with me." Back at the safe house, they meet up with the other three and chat about their pasts over dinner. Turns out, aside from Nile, the youngest of them is Nikki, who's from the Napoleonic Wars, while the two older guys were enemies during the Crusades who eventually fell in love over time. As for Andy, she's an old demon who's been alive for at least 6,000 years, even she's not sure of her exact age. However, they weren't immortal from the womb. Once they lose their ability, they'll die. They once had a comrade who inexplicably died.